सनिश्चयेन युक्तव्यो योगो अनिर्विण्ण चेतसा संकल्पा प्रभवान् कामान् त्यक्त्वा सर्वान् शेषतः मनसेन्द्रियाग्रामं विनियम्य समन्ततः. One should engage oneself in the practice of yoga with undeviating determination and faith. One should abandon without exception all material desires born of false ego, and thus control all the senses on all the sides by the mind. So this is encouragement given in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna. Prabhupada always says that Krishna consciousness is like a declaration of war on Maya. And you decide, if you decide, it's not that just by some formal announcement, it is serious. And when you say, I want to become Krishna conscious, it's a declaration of war. And the Maya starts, actually Maya, for all practical purposes, Maya acts as the enemy. There are two Shaktis of Maya, what is called Avarnatmika Shakti and Prakshepatmika Shakti. Avarnatmika Shakti means it completely covers us. So we continue to be lost in our material enjoyment. Kuch nahi ho sakta hai. Some people are always no use. It is not possible for me. This is Kali Yuga. They're all rules, regulations, are stories. It's not possible. So this is the Avarnatmika Shakti. When somebody is covered by that, it's just like in North India in winter we sleep with big blanket inside, even head is inside. That is like Avarnatmika Shakti, completely covered. Okay? You understood? Avarnatmika. Completely. Means he does not even feel there is a hope he can become Krishna conscious. Fully covered. And actually, we do not even know what is Krishna consciousness. It was very nice. Recently I met a devotee, very nice devotee. I asked him, how do I connect myself to Prabhupada? He said, first you should know there is no connection. And be convinced. Then you will start praying. Are we able to feel some love and devotion to the Acharya, Srila Prabhupada? So first you connect. First you know you are not connected. Then they will desire, can I be connected? And when Krishna gives something, it's never that it is at the right time and the right, you can handle it. Just like sometimes Devatas give some blessing. Always many times these blessings become counterproductive. Like Lord Shiva, there was one Bhasmasura. Later his name became Bhasmasura. Some name. What is the name before? No, Bhasma. Wanted to put a hand on his head. This fellow was doing some tapasya, and so tapasya that on a fire he said, I'll cut my head. Started cutting flesh from his body and started offering. He was praying to Lord Shiva. And he was about to cut his head. And so Lord Shiva came. He's very easily pleased. Actually, he is always in great devotion, and this is a disturbance actually, such kind of people. But he's very soft heart. What happened? What do you want? Tell me what you want. Now give me the benediction that if I touch somebody's head, he will become ash. He was a very powerful Danav anyway, flying here, there and all. So Lord Shiva said, my God, what kind of fellow this is? What did I promise him? Okay, I have told you, I'll give you a benediction. Granted. He said, first I want to test it on you now. So Lord Shiva was traveling across the universe and the Dana was running behind him to touch his head because already he has empowered him. It's like that. So these Danavas are like this, very dangerous. And so Devata benediction, that's like Ravana. He remained Ravana. Even though he was worshipping Lord Shiva. Similarly, Hiranyakashipu worshipped Brahma. He remained. So this is the nature. The system, the locus standa of the Devatas is not their business is if somebody comes to their desire, fulfill it. That is the business of the Devatas. Particularly material desire, they are focused on that. People, they go to the Devatas, give me this, and they give. That's it. But then if you go to Lord Vishnu with any desire, Lord Vishnu gives in such a way that you can handle it. His benediction will never be harming you, will never harm you. He knows when to give. Now the whole spiritual life is on another domain. It is not in the domain of this karma kanda that most of the society practice. Correct? If you want to feel connection to the Lord, you want to feel love for Krishna in your heart, you want to feel love for the great acharyas in your heart, it is not cheap. Don't think it is material, sentiment. Correct? So this will be given exactly in right your capacity. Geyatamam tat prapadyante. Okay? So, and you also know, it's not that, you also know Krishna has been very kind because something I was practicing Krishna consciousness, I was practicing sadhana, and Krishna was so kind, merciful to me, he gave me the blessing. So this is what actually the domain of Krishna consciousness involves. So we should try. Do not ever think this is stories. Then you are wasting your time. The Prabhupada therefore says, in fact, he said, my spiritual master left the world because there were so many of his followers became neophyte. Because they were fighting for rooms. He said he left the world early. He would have lived more. He felt very sad. So my spiritual master would have lived more because neophyte. So no bona fide acharya wants neophyte disciples. That monkeys, no proper Acharya wants to collect. Monkey will bandar. Bandar matlab they have no desire to become a pure devotee. Matlab bandar. Monkeys. Matlab monkeys in spiritual life. It is said in Vrindavan, anybody who takes to Krishna consciousness, at the same time indulges in abominable habits, he becomes monkey in Vrindavan. That's why I said bandar. So no Acharya likes to collect bandars because their destination is monkeys of Vrindavan. Therefore, Prabhupada said and the monkeys are not less. In Vrindavan, monkeys are quite a lot. They have been trying whatever. It is not working to chase them out because there are so many people have monkey-like habits, even though they take to spiritual life. Therefore, you see, Vrindavan, not one, you cannot count. I think there are at least few lakh monkeys. Not even in thousands, correct? Huh? So that means how many people? But at the same time, birth in Vrindavan does not go vain. After passing that life of a monkey, next life he goes back to Godhead. But then why do this the Bandarka business? So no Acharya, for Acharya it is suffocating to do this Bandarka business. Acharya wants sincere followers, really want to follow. Therefore Krishna is speaking this shloka. It says, control the mind from all the sides. And Prabhupada is quoting the verse of Rupa Goswami. What is the verse of Rupa Goswami? Utsaha. We should practice Krishna consciousness enthusiastically. Okay? So very, very enthusiastic in practicing Krishna consciousness. Certainly I will see Krishna this life. This is enthusiasm. Nishya. We are very confident. I am following the path given by Lord Chaitanya. How it will not work? Nishya. Dharya. Very patiently. Correct? Because it's that you put a seed on the ground, you don't get fruit tomorrow. Kal mil jata kya? You put a rubber plantation, you have to wait 10 years sometimes. You water. So everything takes its time. It's not that it happens next minute. And we also want next minute I should get everything. No, it takes time. Dharya, we should be patient. And anyway, if you look at our sadhana, so many offenses are happening. So how do you think the love of Krishna is not manifesting? No. Tat karma pravartanat. Follow all the rules and regulations rigidly as given by the acharyas. Then, Usa nishya dharya tat karma pravartanat. Sangatyaga. Give up the company of nonsense people. At least tomorrow Gaur Purnima is there. Gaur Purnima is our year actually. So why don't make a resolution? Everybody knows where all we can improve. Make a resolution. Write down. Don't keep it in the air. Write down. Correct? And morning time, read it to the Lord Chaitanya. That these are features I will take into now. I will be very enthusiastic. And what is enthusiastic? Finish your 16 rounds at least properly. Every day 1 to 2 hours read Prabhupada's books. That is your enthusiasm. Get up in the morning. Eat only prasadam. And don't eat more than you should eat. These are all enthusiasm. Nishya, be very confident. Prabhupada said we can have transcendental pride. Just like people have pride, no? I am working for Infosys. I am working for Wipro nowadays. The small companies actually, but people are so proud. So you can be very proud. I am working for Krishna. I am a servant of Krishna. Transcendental pride. It is not normal ahankara. It is real ego and false ego. This is real ego. I am a servant of Krishna. How much you should feel satisfaction. Just imagine when Hanuman says I am servant of Lord Ram, how much happy he is. He feels pride in that. At least we take advantage of the culture we are born in. Correct? He feels very happy. Is it a very embarrassing thing? Very shameful thing? No. These are all jokers. They say, I will become God. What nonsense. You will become God. You can become only servant. I told you that famous instance. Somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, who are you? So Prabhupada said, I am you thought Prabhupada is another joker. He will say, I am God. So many reporters. Because after, explosion happened, thousands of devotees are there, hundreds of temples are there. So people thought maybe it's something. So who are you? So Prabhupada said, I am a servant of God. Then before he could ask next question, he said, that is also a very big position. I'm trying to become a servant of God. You see, every word, every line Prabhupada did was an example for us. Correct? Just like Lord Chaitanya. His life is also an example. Lord Chaitanya acted as a devotee. He's the Lord himself. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada is an exalted associate of Lord Chaitanya, because Lord Chaitanya said, Mora Senapati will come and do this, spreading Krishna consciousness all around the world. He's a very intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya, very dear to Lord Chaitanya. But still, he always played the role for us. Okay? I'm trying to become a servant of the Lord. So that is what we should think. Okay? And it's a transcendental pride. And Nishtha, full confidence. This is the most glorious thing. Just like previous shloka we read, he knows there is nothing higher than this. There is no higher job than this. Correct? We want promotion. We want this. This is the highest job. And in the spiritual world, it's not that there also there is a, like in this world, there is a, we will like to take the politics of this world there also. Nothing like that. There all the devotees are so eager to serve each other. It's a wonderful place. Prabhupada says, Dasa Dasanu Dasa, servant of the servant of the servant. That is the attitude in the spiritual world. And the material world, the attitude is master of the master of the master. Okay? Usa Nishya Dhairya Tattat Karma Pravartana. Tattat Karma Pravartana, with all the rules and regulations which are given, we should strictly follow. Then next, Sangha Tyaga. We should give up company of all the nonsense people. Give up company means don't associate with them. Give up company doesn't mean we don't see them, we don't say hello. But at heart of the heart, we have no desire to collect their material desires from their heart. We should be very strict. When they speak some, material jokes, material politics, material news, all the kachara they speak, we have no place for that in our heart. Our heart is for, we want to fill it with Krishna consciousness. Normal person, a karmi, his heart is like a dustbin full of garbage of sense gratification. We should not collect the garbage from them. So that will not happen when you are able to discriminate and see and, don't take it. And then, what is the last thing? Sato vritti. You should follow in the footsteps of the great Acharya. The two meanings are taken. The meaning mainly taken. The great saints, we should follow their path. Follow in the footsteps. Very easy. Just like I said, Prabhupada's life is so nicely arranged. So nicely arranged. Anybody can see it and take inspiration. Sato. Even you take Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada's life, so nicely arranged. His guru and father ordered him before they left the world, spread this movement all around the world. He found himself incapable. Alone, what will I do? And he started some tapasya and then he was blessed. Okay, proceed now. Same way Prabhupada also. He was on a cargo ship, landing in America, 40 rupees in his pocket. He also prayed to the Lord, I am helpless. He has nothing actually. Every angle in material also he is helpless. But also what is most important, spiritually also he is aware. Unless Krishna empowers me, nothing will happen here. Correct? That we do not know. We always plan for material facility. And we think if this is there, everything will be successful. Correct? Don't you think so? We think if somebody comes and give me 100 crores, we will make a huge temple. A 100-story temple and everything will happen. Nothing will happen just by that. Krishna Shakti Vina na hoye parivartana. You can make a big picnic center. But if you want to convince one man in Krishna consciousness, you need Krishna Shakti. Correct? That is where what we have to ask Krishna. This there or not there? It's good. If facility is there, good. We are not saying it should not be there. But never think the facility itself is everything. Correct? Finally, you have to use the facility to spread Krishna consciousness. But to give Krishna consciousness, you should have Krishna consciousness. And to have Krishna consciousness, the sixth principle you should follow. You should be very enthusiastic in service to Krishna. Now tomorrow, fasting is coming till evening. Mar gaye. No, this is not enthusiasm. We should be very happy. We should not be scared of the approaching fast. Just as many times they put on Facebook, Ekadashi. It's like, some danger of Ekadashi has come. That's how we conditioned soul behave now. We should be very happy, very enthusiastic. Usaha. Yes. What is there? Little fasting for the Lord. Nishya, we should be very confident. This process will certainly work. I am not concocted. Most of the people, yato mat tato pat. Ek mat, ek pat. This is the way. Not yato mat tato pat, whatever you. Ek mat. Krishna's will. That is the way. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. He says, forget your so many yato mat. Forget. Mamekam. Prabhupada translate very nicely in one lecture. Rascal, me only. So, ek path. So that should be our focus. Krishna's path I will follow. And aham tvam sarvapapebhyo. Krishna says, I will relieve you. Mokshishami ma. Don't worry. I relieve you from all the troubles and I take you back to Godhead. That faith you should have. Nishchaya. Prabhupada many times says, is Krishna lying? Why don't you take shelter of Krishna? And one time he says very, very nicely. He says that order is still standing. He said 5,000 years ago. But just like a standing order, we say that. It is still valid. So that Krishna's assurance is even now valid. And he was so simple and so practical. In the sense he is touching on the main important point. Because he is seeing a person of Krishna. He said, Krishna says, if you take my shelter, I will relieve from all your difficulties and take you back to Godhead. That assurance is still standing if you are ready. Krishna has already granted his will. If you take my shelter, I'll take you back to God. And you cannot take shelter of Krishna directly. The devotee, Acharya, guides him how to take shelter. Therefore, Prabhupada says, devotional life begins by chanting Hare Krishna. When you sit down, attentively hear the words of Hare Krishna mantra, and you read Prabhupada's books, enthusiastically engage in devotional service, take Krishna Prasadam. Prabhupada said many times, I have nothing new to give you. These are all basic things which you do, but do it properly and patiently, confidently, enthusiastically, following the rules and regulations, keeping away from the company of jokers, and always see the path is as chalked out by the great acharyas. Certainly you go back to perfection is assured. Srila Prabhupada ki